So thank you for the turnout, and thank you again for planning a nice holiday meeting, Catherine and others. Are there any adjustments to the agenda? So thank you to the guests who came. The Northwest Regional Planning Commission has many different committees that many of you participate on, and there really was a lot of good work that was done in 2019. Just to name the committees, there's Brownfield, Community Development, Emergency Planning, Energy Planning, Community Assistance. We have 23 communities, GIS Services, Regional Planning, Northern Vermont Economic Development, Transportation Planning, and Water Resources. We also have several committees: Board of Commissioners, Executive Committee, Personnel Committee, Finance and Operations, Project Review, Regional Plan and Policy, Municipal Plan, Energy, Transportation, Brownfield Steering, and Clean Water Advisory. This year we also added a nonprofit foundation to provide additional funding to help move some of the plans that we have and some of the initiatives that we have forward. We didn't have enough to do, so we thought we'd add a little more. Next on the agenda is Commissioner nomination. Yes.
I'd like to introduce and nominate Ian Murphy, Swanton. He's a sophomore in NPU, and as a student commissioner, we want commissioners to law enforcement regional planning. Ian is interested in learning about local governments and how planning and the community. For the purpose of transparency, Ian is my sister's grandson, and my nephew by once removed.
We'll hold that against him.
Sarah Hadson, I'd like to second.
Pardon?
I'd like to second Sarah Hadson.
We've got a nomination and a second. Any discussion? All in favor, aye? Aye. Opposed? Welcome.
Congratulations.
Opportunity for public comment. Does anyone have anything they'd like to bring up during public comment? If not, the next portion of our agenda is program and project updates. I think first they're going to show a short film that the staff put together on some of the highlights of 2019, and then I'll ask each of the committee chairs or several of the committee chairs to just give the highlights of some of the things that occurred in their committees in 2019.
So Emily and Bethany and the rest of the staff worked to put this together. It's just a quick slideshow that hits some of the highlights of our work in the past year. Obviously not all of it, but it just gives you a little flavor of some of the things that we worked on. Many of these projects and programs were done with you as commissioners or with members of your community. And that was done in partnership with the museum. So thank you, everybody, for everything you've done to work with us at the commission this year.
Thank you, Catherine.
I'm just going to go into school if I don't turn up.
Thank you. For those of you who don't have a loud voice, feel free to come up and use the microphone. Otherwise, you can do this in place. Harold, could you give an update on finance, please?
Finance committee, we quarterly, and we're under the direction of the staff, Catherine, and me, and Catherine, make sure that we're well versed on what's going on. We make decisions on what direction we're going to head, what we're spending money on. I believe Catherine will look at it, which is personal.
I like it that way.
But we did very well, very fortunate. We had audits, we was committed to later coming to our building in the last 3 years. Fixed the building up. We have a great committee. We're well diverse. We have people from the tree section, that are in different sections of workers out there, and I think it really works well. And no, I always get the most support. The commission seems to chair this meeting for a few years.
A long time.
And so I appreciate that. I definitely appreciate all of that. After the staff, thank you.
Thank you. Joe Farnham, personnel.
As chair of the Personnel Committee, I'll take the opportunity first and foremost to thank all the personnel, all the staff for another great year, evidenced by the little video and evidenced by all that we garner from the regular meetings. Perhaps, as most of you are aware, the biggest probably accomplishment of the committee, along with, or thanks in great part, if not most part, to Catherine, have put the personnel policies through another revision. And I'd like to thank everybody's patience in those regards, and then ultimately the personnel committee members in those regards, and then the executive committee that had the interim input, and then all of you for voting up those amendments in October. So keep up your good works, and thank you for all you do.
Thank you, Joe. Alicia, project review.
Thank you, everyone. I really glad to be here. So 2019 has been a fairly slow year for project review, but it doesn't mean that we haven't been dealing with such big things. First and foremost, thank you, Taylor, for putting up with us and always keeping us on the right track, keeping us informed. I want to say that we've been reviewing solar, but that doesn't mean anything for next year. We are expanding our knowledge on the 248 process as we begin to learn more about the 248A. And with that being said, I want to again openly invite all of you to attend our meeting, and that is the second Wednesday, usually at 6 o'clock. I also wanted to draw your attention to the NRP The board that we have is pretty regular. I think it's pretty well established. We've got a couple new faces this year, so I'm really excited about that. I guess we'll just keep seeing what comes to the region and making sure that it's in, in our community best interest, and that's what we're here for. So, second Wednesday. Thank you.
Thank you, Alicia. Rowana, plan review?
With the municipal town plan review, actually this year, we didn't have any meetings, there weren't any plans to review. We're getting ready for next year when we'll probably have a lot.
Thank you. And Lynn couldn't be with us, Lynn Douglas, tonight, but Catherine was going to give a brief update on the regional plan committee.
Yeah, Lynn sends her regrets and just asked me to hit the highlights that they, with the help of the staff, updated the indicators report and the online indicators are kept updated, and not next year, but the following year, we'll start work on the regional plan again. She wanted everybody to be prepared.
Thank you. Do any of the other commissioners have anything you'd like to highlight from the year? Yes.
I don't know if it's in here or not, but if I don't do it now, I will forget. So I don't know if you know, I mentioned a couple times on applied for and received 3 grants for next year. When we did this, we didn't think about what happened after we got the awards. So I just want to thank Bethany for stepping up. She's going to be the municipal program manager for the MBU, design and construction, which is big enough. But I don't know if she's talked to you about this, so.
Breaking news.
She did volunteer to talk to Catherine about being the MPM for the Palm Shore Lake Street feasibility study.
She did talk to me about that, and we collectively volunteered you.
Right now, we
just want to talk about it.
regardless of being the NPM for the MBU, so I really appreciate Bethany and Catherine allowing me to do that, because that's a lot of work. I don't know how to do it.
Thank you. And Catherine, could you just give us a brief overview of the foundation? That was a big event for this year, and I know we got the news recently that we actually received our status.
Right, we did just recently receive the official 501c3 status from the IRS, so we are now officially a nonprofit foundation. We've kind of taken baby steps in terms of what happens next. The executive committee, who acts as the foundation board, did have their first organizational meeting as required by the bylaws. The next step is we've just slowly incorporated into several grant applications that we're working on with the Economic Development Administration and the Boston Federal Reserve Working Communities Challenge. So we're slowly incorporating it into things and just seeing what happens next. But it is available as a foundation to accept donations or to act as a nonprofit host for a project that any of our communities or our region wants to undertake.
Thank you. The next item on the agenda is recognition of board and staff. And generally, it's normal for us to recognize people who hit a 5-year milestone. But we really do have a fantastic staff here. Not everyone here, especially the visitors, know them. So I would like each of you to please stand as I call your name, and I'll do the recognition as well. So Catherine Dimitruk celebrated 25 years this year as our executive director. Bethany Reimers is also our assistant director. Amy Adams is office administrator. At least raise your hands if you're not going to stand. Sean Coleman is a senior planner. Greta Brunswick is a senior planner. Taylor Newton is a senior planner. And he has 5 years this year. Amanda Holland is a regional planner. Linda Blash is a grant management assistant, and we're going to celebrate the 1 year now, because if you make it past 1 year, you make it to 25. We also have Adele Brunstad, who's an intern. From our Healthy Roots Collaborative, we have, and I'm probably going to slaughter some names here, but Coy Boynton and Peter Lenkins. And then we have Eco AmeriCorp's Kate Longfield and Emily Kloft. We also have only one person celebrating a 5-year anniversary this year that's on the commission, and that's Neil Spear with 20 years. Does anyone else have anything they'd like to discuss under recognition of board and staff? Does anyone else have any other business they'd like to conduct? If not, I'll take a motion to adjourn. Did I get a motion? And a second? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Drive safe.